Hello everybody and welcome along to our first Tumble Tots at Home for babies. So if you don't know me, I am Julia Donnelly and I run the Tumble Tots sessions for the Aylesbury area when we are normally open. Obviously with the situation at the moment we are currently not running classes, so we have put out some online videos for you to watch and join in with your little one instead. So welcome and thank you for joining me. Our classes that we usually run for babies are for babies from 6 months up until when they are confidently walking. So that is the age group that these videos are aimed at. If you have a baby who's slightly younger, there's nothing stopping you watching and having a look and thinking about how you could adapt our exercises for younger babies. Obviously always being really careful to support their head and their neck, because younger babies won't have the muscle tone that babies at 6 months old will do. But if your little one is 6 months old, you should be able to join in with all of the exercises we will be doing in our videos. So welcome along, thank you for joining us. We will going to start with our warm-up song just to get your little one nice and warm. I haven't got a real baby at home, I've got 2 older babies. My babies are 4 and nearly 3. So I have got this guy, this is my TT doll. Obviously he's not a real baby, he doesn't quite move the same as a real baby, but he's enough to hopefully demonstrate how you can do these activities at home with your little one. But any questions, do let me know and I'll be happy to go through things with you. I'm sat on the floor today. I forgot to get my yoga mat out. If you've got something like a yoga mat that you would like to sit on or have your baby on, or if you've just got a nice soft carpet or rug like we've got here, then that will be fine as well. You don't need any other special equipment for today's session. We're just going to go through a few action songs, some rhymes, some development exercises for you to do with your baby, and talk a little bit about sensory play as well. So before my music's going to change, we're going to turn it up a little bit just so that you can hear it, and we are going to do our warm-up song, so feel free to just follow along with your little one. I'm going to sit on my bottom with them on my lap. Here we go. So we're going to say hello, so you can just wave their little hands. You can do it side to side like this to get them in time with the music. There we go. Lovely. Hello everyone, so we can wave like this, and then we can start to give their arms a little bit of a stretch. So you can stretch one arm up at a time and then back down again, and then give your next arm up and a little bit of a stretch and back down again. Lovely, well done. Let's do that first arm again. Ready? Up it goes and back down, and our next arm up and our next arm back down. Now obviously my baby is very compliant and he's doing all of the things that I want him to do because he's not real. If your little one is wiggling around, just do what you can with them, because obviously some things they're not going to be as keen on, and that's fine. So go with what your little one wants to do. Super job. So we stretch those legs now. Ready? So what we're going to do is keep those legs fairly straight in front of us and just lift them up a little bit at a time. So these are stretching those muscles along the backs of their legs. So we're just gently stretching those legs. Very good. Well done. Should we clap our hands so we can bring our arms into the middle and out to the side again, and into the middle and out to the side again, into the middle and out to the side again. Lovely. And we're just going to move them across our bodies like this, which will stretch those shoulder muscles as well. Lovely. So a little bit like when we're doing our waving, but now side to side like this. Lovely. Let's give them a wave. Well done. Super job. So if your baby has kept with us all the way through there, well done. If they've got bored and they've wanted to do their own thing, that's fine too, don't worry. So we are going to start with our first action song, which is called With My Little Hands. So again, with baby sitting on your lap, they don't have to be facing, obviously I'm doing it with baby facing towards you so that you can see what I'm doing. If your little one wants to see you, because you are their security, so they want to see your lovely smiley face. So if they want to sit on your lap facing you while you do these action songs, that's absolutely fine as well. Obviously make sure if they're a slightly younger baby that you've got support of their neck as well, so they're not all of a sudden going to wobble over. If they're sitting this way round, you can sit them against your tummy, or you could lay them down against your legs as well so they can still see your face and they're nice and supported. So our first song is called With My Little Hands. I'm going to sit my TT up like this, and it goes, with my little hands I go clap, clap, clap. With my little feet I go tap, tap, tap. With my little arms I wave bye, bye, bye. with my little legs, I kick high, high, high. I was doing it so slowly, I forgot what the words then. With my little eyes, I say, peekaboo. And with my little lips, I say, I love you. And you can give your little baby a kiss on the cheek or on the top of the head. And then that goes through a second time. So exactly the same actions again. We clap our hands, we tap our feet, we kick our legs, so we're going to stretch those legs up again. Again, only stretch your baby's legs as happy as they are far to go. Obviously this guy, he's not gonna resist, but only bring your baby's stretches as far as they are comfortable to. Well done. With my little, I've forgotten it again. We clap our hands, we tap our feet, we kick high with our legs, and we wave with our arms. There we go. With my little eyes, I say, peekaboo, and with my little lips, I say, I love you. Mwah. We'll do it through with the music. On the second verse, the second time that goes round, when it goes, with my little lips, I say, I, and then it does a kiss, love, mwah, you. And then you can give them a cuddle. So the second time around, it just slows it down a little bit. But I will do it through with our music now. Here we go. Turn it up a little bit so you can hear it, hopefully. There we go. So we're going to clap our hands to start with. With my little hands I go clap, clap, clap. Now we're going to tap our feet. With my little feet I go tap, tap, tap. We're going to wave our arms. With my little arms I wave bye, bye, bye. And we're going to kick those legs. With my little legs I kick high, high, high. We're going to say peekaboo. With my little eyes I say peekaboo. And we're going to give them a kiss. With my little lips I say I love you. Mwah. And it goes all the way through again. So let's clap those hands. Ready? With my little hands I go clap, clap, clap. We're going to tap our feet. With my little feet I go tap, tap, tap. We're going to wave those arms. With my little arms I wave bye, bye, bye. And we're going to stretch those legs. With my little legs I kick high, high, high. With my little eyes I say peekaboo. With my little lips I say I love you. Oh, give them a cuddle. Very good. Well done, everybody. Now we've got the hang of it and we know how it goes with the music. Let's do it through again. Ready? Here it comes. Let's clap our hands. With my little hands I go clap, clap, clap. Tap our feet. With my little feet I go tap, tap, tap. Lovely. Wave those with my little arms I wave bye, bye, bye. And we're going to stretch those legs. Ready? Legs I kick high, high, high. We're going to say peekaboo. With my little eyes I say peekaboo. And we're going to do a kiss with our lips. Lips I say I love you. And it goes through again. Ready? So we're going to start with clapping our hands. With my little hands I go clap, clap, clap. We're going to tap our feet. With my little feet I go tap, tap, tap. We're going to wave those arms. With my little arms I wave bye, bye, bye. And we're going to kick those legs I kick high, high, high. With my little eyes I say peekaboo. With my little lips I say I love you. Oh, give them a cuddle. Well done, everybody. Give yourselves a clap. That was super well done. So we are now going to do a couple of activity rhymes. So again, these are things that you can do at home. You don't have to have the music, and they are things just to practice your baby's what we call vestibular awareness. Now that sounds a little bit complicated, and actually all it is that inner ear development. So as your baby grows and starts to move around, obviously they start to move and that inner ear starts to develop, and how we learn to balance is through our vestibular awareness, and it's something we can only learn and develop through doing. So the more you move your baby about, the better their vestibular awareness will be, and it's a really key skill for them to have, not just for balance, but studies have shown it's really good for concentration in later life as well. So it's a good one to do. If you come to my classes already, you know I am always going on about vestibular awareness, and that's one of the reasons why. So the first thing that we're going to do for our vestibular awareness is row, row, row the boat. So this is probably one that you do with your baby at home anyway, perhaps. So we're just going to do a couple of verses. I'm going to sit my baby this way round because he's maybe slightly older and he's confident enough that I can move him backwards and forwards. So we're just going to do our row, row the boat, and we're going to do 2 verses through. So we're going to do row, row, row the boat, gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And then we're going to rock our boat side to side as well. And we're going to say, we're going to rock our boat to the shore. If you see a lion, don't forget to roar. Roar! So we'll do it together. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Now we're going to rock our boat. Ready? Rock, rock, rock your boat gently to the shore. If you see a lion, don't forget to roar. Roar! Very good, well done. You can give yourselves a clap, pick those babies up and give them a cuddle. Well done. So we've just done our row, row the boat, which is our activity rhyme for today, because it's really good for that vestibular awareness. So you can practice that at home with as many verses as you know. Maybe we can get some alternate verses going on. I know there's lots of different animals that you can do row, row the boat with. So if you want to comment any of those in the video below and let me know what your little one's favourite row, row the boat verse is, let me know. It'd be good to hear them or see if there's any that I don't know. So lovely. So our next thing that we are going to do our development exercise, which is how wide is baby. So this is one which is really good for stretching out baby's muscles. So we always do development exercises in the middle of our Tumble Tots classes because they are really good to show you things that you can do at home to help encourage your baby's gross motor skill, fine motor skill and muscle memory development. So this is a really good stretch for their upper body. So I will demonstrate it first with my baby, and then you can join in with your little one afterwards as well if you feel confident to. So for this one I am going to lay baby down on the floor. Again, if you wanted to have a yoga mat or something that they can lay on, or you can just lay them on the floor, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to lay him on his back. I'm going to be in a kneeling position because it just gives me that little bit more height to be able to see, and I've just realised you can't actually see my baby. Lovely. So we're going to do how wide is baby. Hopefully you can still hear me now the camera is further away. So I'm in a kneeling position because it gives me a better reach over my little one. So what we're going to do, obviously not lean on his legs like that, we are going to bring his arms across his chest, and then we're going to hold him at his upper sort of kind of lower, obviously if you're looking lower, just above his wrist. Don't hold them at their wrist because obviously they want to be able to move their hands. We don't want to restrict their movement and make them feel like you're kind of restraining them, but make sure you've got a good grip that they can still move themselves to be able to open those arms out. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring those arms across the chest, then we're going to say how wide is baby? So wide, and we're going to bring those arms out parallel with their shoulders, as far down towards the ground as you can reach. And like I said earlier, if your little one isn't as flexible as my pretend baby here, don't worry, only take them as far as they want to go. If they don't want to go kind of hardly near the floor at all, that's absolutely fine. This is all for you to do at home with your little one. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. This is about you and your baby and enjoying it with your baby. So if they don't like it, skip this bit and do the next exercise with us instead. But the idea is, so you take them across the hands, their arms across their body, and then you reach those arms out, and we want to try and keep those arms parallel in line with their body, so not arms kind of too high up or too low down. We want to keep them parallel, and seeing if we can stretch those shoulders back by bringing those hands back down towards the ground. I'm going to knock my stuff over if I'm not careful. I haven't got a wide enough space. So, and what this is doing is it's opening out that chest cavity and stretching across those shoulder muscles at the front and their shoulder muscles at the back as well. So I've explained that now. You've probably had a good idea of what we're doing. You can have a go with your little one as well at home if you haven't already. So start with them on their backs like this, bring their arms across their chest, and we can say how wide is baby? So wide, and stretch those arms out. Very good. And then hold it for a few seconds and bring them back into the middle. You can give them a bit of a tickle. Well done, well done, well done, little one. Super job. And then we can do it again. Ready? How wide is baby? So wide. So super, and bring those arms back into the middle and pick them up if they haven't crawled off already and give them a cuddle. Well done, little one, that was super. Lovely. I'm going to turn him back around again so you can see him. So again, only do as much or as little as your little one wants to do, and join in as much or as little as you want. And obviously you can do this on your own when the video is finished as well. These are just to give you some ideas. So our second development exercise that we are going to do today is a lower body exercise, and it's called bicycle. So it gives you a bit of a clue what we might going to be doing. We're going to be moving their legs in a bicycle motion. So again, I'm going to lay my little one down on the floor. Keep hold of your little one for now if you want, because I know they don't always like to be laid down on their back, especially if they've learnt to roll over. They're just going to roll off and they'll be gone. So I will show you first, and then you can join in with your little one as well. So what we're going to do is you are going to hold their leg, again not at their ankle because you want to be able to leave their foot to flex, but you're going to hold their leg at their lower calf. So you've got a good grip so you can help move those legs, but you're not restricting their ankle movement at all. So again, it's difficult for me to show on this one, and his knees don't move in the same position either. So but that's how you are going to hold your baby. And we're just going to bring one leg up to their chest at a time, and then bring that other leg back down, and in a bicycle motion like this. So this is really good for stretching those muscles in the backs of their hamstrings and their glutes, their bottom muscles. And as well keeping those hip muscles moving as well. If you've got a slightly older one, what you can do is when you are doing this bicycle movement is try and keep their knees in parallel as well, because what that will be doing is encouraging that healthy hip development as they get older and they start to bring those knees together more when they're crawling and starting to walk and stand and things like that. So gently stretching those muscles in the outside of their hips is really good for healthy hip development as well. Again, we're not going to overly stretch them or to stretch them any further than they are happy to be stretched, but just for a short period of time while we do this knee exercise as well. So shall we have a go at doing it all together if you haven't done it already? So we're just going to bring those knees up, and we've got a rhyme that goes with it as well, so you can sing this to your baby. I like to ride my bicycle, I bought it at the shop, but when I see a big red light I know that I must stop. Very good, well done. Shall we try it again? Ready? I like to ride my bicycle, I bought it at the shop. But when I see a big red light, I know that I must stop. Very good, well done. Pick them up, give them a cuddle if they've not already rolled off. Well done, everybody, super job. Lovely, so I'm just going to check. I had this all planned out in my head of what I was going to do, and then I've had a bit of a crazy evening, so it all got a little bit crazy and it's gone out of my head. Lovely. So next we were just going to talk a little bit about sensory play. So there's lots of things online about how to do sensory play and lots of videos and things that you can watch, but it doesn't have to be anything as complicated as some of the things that you will see. By all means, they are wonderful, and there's lots of ideas if you don't mind getting messy and doing crazy stuff and having loads of things in your house, but it doesn't have to be anything as complicated as that. You can do some really simple sensory play at home with things that you have got at home. So we have got, again, my boys are a little bit older now, so I'm a little bit short on things at home. Things like this that is just, it makes a noise. Anything that makes a noise really that your baby can move and they can shake. Sensory play is a lot about learning how to explore their different senses, but also how things react when they move them, when they touch them. What does that feel like? How does that make a noise? Oh, I moved it and it made a sound. That's what sensory play is all about, is learning about how things react with each other and when you move them and when you touch them. So it can be huge elaborate play, which is really, really exciting and babies do love. It can also be something really simple, and it's stimulating those same senses the same way that it would. So don't panic if you haven't got loads of sensory play stuff at home. It can be something really simple. One thing that sensory play is really good for is problem solving. So one of the things, I've got some blocks here, you might have some blocks at home, they might be those foam blocks or kind of soft squidgy blocks, but blocks are really good fun because they are that funny shape, and there's lots of things that your baby can do with a block, kind of passing them from one hand to another. They'll kind of taste it with their mouth because again they're using that sensory feedback to work out what what this thing is and what it's doing. So just let them play and explore. That's what sensory play is all about. One of the problem solving things, once they start to learn how to pick things up, is learning how to stack things as well. And that's something that's really key, that you can show them and they will learn how to copy what you do. And even just a simple stacking it up and letting baby push it over is really good fun sensory play, and they will do that happily for quite a while once they get to that age that they can start to learn those sensory things with the blocks. It's a great fun game and it's really simple, and you can do it with anything that you've got at home. It doesn't have to be blocks. It could be empty toilet roll tubes, it could be anything that's not really too heavy, any other type of small toys. Again, I've got blocks, it could be water bottles or something like that. Again, something that's not going to hurt your baby if it falls over onto them, but equally it makes a good noise when it falls over, and they get to see the fact that they've pushed something, touched something, and it's fallen over and it's made a noise. All those different senses that they are using. So just enjoy it, really, is the main thing. If you are enjoying it and you've got lots of smiles, then your little one will enjoy it and have lots of smiles as well. Super job. I'm going to move those out of my way because we have got, we've got a song to finish with, and it is Kangaroos Like to Hop. So this is a nice active song to finish it off with today. So I will go through the actions before we put the music on. If you've been in our classes, we've done this one quite recently before we closed for the virus. So here we go. And it goes kangaroos like to hop. So you can do little bounces with your little one. Frogs like to leap. Whee! So lift them right up in the air. Horses like to trot, so we're going to clip clop them, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. But I like to fall in a heap, and what you can do is very gently tip baby back onto your lap. So again, they've got a nice soft landing. Be careful to support their heads if they're still a little bit at the floppier stage, if you've got a slightly younger baby with you today. And that's how our actions go, and it goes through twice. So it's a lovely one, again, for that vestibular awareness. Just bouncing them up and down gives them that, and it's sensory feedback as well. They are being moved, they're getting jiggled around a little bit. It's good for their vestibular awareness and it's good fun. So again, I'm doing this with baby facing out towards you, so you can see what I'm doing, but there's nothing stopping you doing this with baby sat on your lap as well, so little one can see you. So let's get the music going and
playing from Julia's
iPhone. Oh, sorry, there we go. So it's gonna bounce. Kangaroos like to hop. Little bounces. Very good. And we're going to do a frog, a big jump. Whee! Very good. We're going to gentle side to side. Horses like to trot. But I like to fall in a heap. So we're going to fold them backwards. Whee! Very good. And again, kangaroos like to hop. Little bounces. Lovely. Frogs like to leap. Big jump. Whee! Very good. Gentle side to side movements. But I like to fall in a heap. Whee! Very good. Give yourselves a clap. Well done. Give your little ones a cuddle as well. If they stayed with us all the way through that, well done. It's quite a long time for them to sit. When we do it in our classes, our real classes, we break that up throughout the session, so they've got a little bit of play and then they come back and do some song time with us. So feel free to use this video in that way. You know, watch a little bit, go off and have a little bit of play, and come back again when baby feels ready to sit and do some more stretches and exercises things. So thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm going to turn that down a little bit more. I can't tell how loud it is over there on the speaker. Again, you can just help baby to cool down a little bit. Just rub their arms and their legs down to just make sure that because they've done quite a lot of stretching and moving about today. Well done, little ones. So we're just going to give their arms a little rub down. And you can rub their legs a little bit as well. Rub all those muscles because they've worked quite hard. Well done, little ones. Super job. And give those tummies a bit of a tickle as well. So thank you for joining us. I was Julia. It's been lovely doing this video for you. If you've got any questions, do either drop me a message or leave a comment in the bottom, and don't forget to let me know about those row 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 the boat verses as well. Let's see how many we can think of all together. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon. Bye.